Hello board members, once again the boardroom is open and today it's another Marvel Crisis Protocol character review. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Alright, here we have Peter Parker Spider-Man on his healthy side. Let's take a look at his top line stats. With 5 health, movement of long, he's size 2 and 4 threat. His physical, energy, and psychic defenses are all 3. Now let's talk attacks. Ghost Rider's trying to get away from the Daily Bugle with his stolen copy of today's newspaper. I'm pretty sure it's going to catch fire. His first attack is going to be Strike. There's a range of 2 with 5 dice. It costs 0 power. After this attack is resolved, Peter Parker Spider-Man will gain power equal to the damage dealt. So it's range 2. He's really got to get close in there against Ghost Rider, and I don't know that I'd recommend that. However, that's the way the power works. His next power is Impact Webbing. There's a range of 4 with 4 dice and costs 0 power. After this attack is resolved, Peter Parker will gain 1 power. If any wilds are rolled, if the target character is size 2 or less, before the damage is dealt, Peter Parker Spider-Man may push that target away small. In this case, Ghost Rider's a little too big to be pushed. Let's take a look at how far away that is. I think that's a little more to Peter Parker style. Third attack is Taser Webs. It has a range of 3, 6 dice, and only costs 2 power. The range of 3 puts him a little closer to harm's way. Like so. And it says if this attack deals 1 or more damage after it's resolved, the target character gains the Stun special condition. Now Stun is going to prohibit Ghost Rider from gaining any extra power over 1. So if a power generates more than 1 energy, it generates 1 instead, until Ghost Rider can shake off that Stun condition. Next we have Webline. Push an enemy character within 4 towards Peter Parker Spider-Man, small. Character can be pushed by this superpower only once per turn. This costs 2 power. So here's what that's essentially going to do. You can target an enemy within 4. So here we have 1. Well within 4. And for 2 power, Spider-Man can use his web line and push that Ghost Rider small towards him. So he can bring him closer. Like so. Now he's well within range for Spider-Man to give him a good old punchin' with his strike ability. And then maybe Spider-Man can swing away to fight another day. Next up is Pult, one of my favorites. Choose an interactive terrain feature or an enemy character, both size of 2 or less, within 3, and throw it small. This superpower can be only used once per turn. So, hello dumpster. For 3 power, Spider-Man can use his webbing, he can throw it right into Ghost Rider. Thus impacting for 3 damage, and Ghost Rider would have to roll his dodge defenses to try to negate some of that damage. More of a passive ability, Spider Sense. This is always on. When this character is defending against a physical or an energy attack, it may making a dodge roll, so if something got thrown at him, it may re-roll 2 of its defense or dodge dice. That's pretty handy. Don't like the way those dice turned up? Well, re-roll them. Last passive ability is Wall Crawler. Basically, he has the ability to climb any surface. His size is treated as 5 for the purposes of movement, and then he can climb on any type of, any size building, car, dumpster, construction material, you name it. It's pretty mobile in that way. Now let's take a look at his injured side. Interesting thing about Spider-Man's injured side is none of his stats change. Take a look starting here. Top line stats are all the same. Strike is the same. Impact webbing. Taser webs. Webline. Pult. Spider Sense and Climb. So that wraps up Spider-Man in a nutshell. You know, last review I did was Green Goblin where he's beating up on Spider-Man. You can check out that review in the corner here. What do I think about Spider-Man? I think the fact that his stats don't change might be useful in some regards. The fact that he's going to be the same healthy as he is injured. I like his mobility. Like the fact that he can pull an enemy closer, punch him, move away, maybe throw an object, or maybe pull an enemy closer, throw an object, and then get away, because he has a long movement, and long movement is pretty far. Now he can get a decent, all the way up on top of this construction machine away from Ghost Rider. So I think the mobility is really good. I think he's going to be really good at handling or holding objections, and just kind of an overall decent character. Would I take him on my team? Maybe. I think for 4 threat, it might be a little too expensive, but a lot of times I don't build my teams based on cost. I build my teams based on theme and fun. And that being the case, if I did a Spider Friends type of team, he'd definitely have to be on it, because he is the #1 friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you thought about the review. I've been reading some of your comments about making some changes, getting the terminology right, and I'm doing all I can to get these things just right. So thanks again for all the comments, suggestions, criticisms, critiques. Give it a thumbs down if you don't like it. Tell me what I can change to make better. And as always, we'll see you at the next boardroom meeting.